Yep. How you doing? We're continuing the road quest line, job quest line, and here we go. Ooh. This one's pretty easy. Alright. A fine evening to you, yo. And a fine evening it is to spot a work, wouldn't you agree? This time around, it seems some eager buccaneers scampered about a local merchantman and made off with a shipment of muskets. Now, seeing as it's awful lawful to cloy from a Lomensian vessel to begin with, the yellow jackets fell upon them drafts coast before their boots even were dry. Aye, they caught the pirates right there on the docks, but the stolen broomsticks was nowhere to be found. Fenced in a longboat deal, I'm thinking. That's when our guild was officially contracted to receive the goods, which weren't really needful, since the code would have us on the job anyway. You don't bite the purses of your fellow Lomensians and all that. So this is your assignment, me natty lass. Find out where them weapons went and bite that shipment back. Seeing as the cutters as hit that merchantman are already rotting in irons, you needn't rush in with your stabbers as stabbing. I want the job handled quick and quiet, and I have the perfect partner to show you how it's done. Oh, sweet. This here is ffxiv, the stray. Ain't no other row which can match her in the arts of skulking. A pleasure. There's some problem, ffxiv? You seem a bit out of sorts. I'm bloody starving. I had one of them finger sandwiches set aside, you know, those egg-filled tasties they made at the Bismarck. But when I got back from me work, it was bloody gone. Oh, that was ffxiv's. I thought it was underfoot's. Well, just head out on the job and see if I can turn up that missing sandwich by the time you return. Alright, Jack. One more little detail you should know. That muskets was meant for the Yellow Jackets' armory, so once this is all bob, you can hand the goods to one of their coals directly. We can start whenever you're ready, yo. I've had a colleague keeping a while out for that might help us, so I suggest you have a few wilds with her first. You'll find her at Hailing, posing as a fishmonger. That last down there, the one stinking of fish and ocean, go over and ask her what the catch of the day is. Hello there, miss. We've carp, trout, lobster, and shrimp, but I hear tell you've been looking for a special breed of fish. The long, shiny kind, what spark put a bloke on its ass. We don't sell that kind here, but you might try them foreign merchants. What was they called again? The Traders of Edge. They hail from the South Seas Isles and are known for dealing in all types of nasty spitters and cutters. I should warn ye, these folks ain't ones for questioning the source of their merchandise. In fact, they seem more happy to pay for goods what came from below decks, so to speak. But if you're still keen to get your hands on those rare fish, then you best hurry. The Edge merchant what's visiting Limsa is looking to load up and leave the city after long. Just so it means to transport his goods remains a mystery, though. What with all the iron blades it got nursing its operation, it makes it hard for a girl to get close enough to eyeball the compensation it does. I'll be sure to keep an eye peeled on your behalf, but you can learn a little more from the folk around town. Traders of Edge, eh? Well, if one of their merchants been staying in the city, then someone will know something to point us in the right direction. The trick is to listen without being seen. You'd be surprised at how coals will crackle when they think no one else is about. We'll focus on places what see plenty of traffic. You can have the Bismarck, the Ferry Docks, and the East Hawkers Alley. I'll try me luck at a few other spots, then meet you in front of the guild when I'm done. Remember, keep hidden, keep quiet, and keep your wattles open. The sneer of that customer's face. Does he think I can command the skillet to cook more swiftly just to meet his pressing departure schedule? I don't know how things are done in the South Seas, but here in Linsa Lamosa folk appreciate that fine cuisine can't be rushed. Come now, Dove, you must not speak ill of the patrons. Now what was next on my list? Another finger sandwich for the dutiful sisters. Someone there must be rather fond of eggs. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. cursed my sense of duty. Word that I had stayed at the wench for an extra pint instead of returning early. I didn't ask to see anyone being bribed, and certainly not my relief pilot. I wonder what the merchant was all about. Smuggling, most likely. Should I report this to the Yellow Jackets? But what if I'm being watched? I could end up face down in the harbor. You have quite an eye for quality, sir. We've a splendid range of produce from every corner of Eorzea, but one simply cannot visit Limbs of Lamonza without sampling some of the local specialties. Would you care for some freshly squeezed La No-Skin orange juice, or perhaps our famed salt cod is more to your taste? That dude from Tyrol? Because it looks like he's from Tyrol. That'd be dope if they foreshadowed that sort of. Alright. Welcome back, yo. I hope your skulking went well. You might be an angel of death with daggers about dove, but any rogue what shuns the shadows is headed for an early grave. A sneaky morgue can know without risking a scrap or slip herself into the best position to ambush a mark. Once they've seen you, though, your rum thumb is done. Hiding is part concealment and part distraction, and you won't be disappearing on a cove what already knows you're there. Alright, I'm done prying. What do you manage to learn about our musket buying merchant friend? Slipping coin to a ferry pilot, was he? And by what he heard from that chief at the Bismarck, this trader means to hop the twig and soon. That matches with my own findings. He's vacated his rooms at the inn and paid his dues in full. Being a merchant, we can be sure that he won't be leaving without his merchandise. So here's the plan. We wait for him to stack his goods on the pier. Then you or ghosts in and grapple them firearms. I'm hoping we can get the job done quiet and under cover of Darkman's, but it never hurts to be prepared for the worst. Sound like he got a small army of sellswords on the payroll. I'll send word to the Yellow Jackets and have them post a cold near Hawker's Alley. That way you won't have far to bolt once you've bidden the goods. The mark should be along any moment. You'll have your skulking boots on. You're not supposed to be here. That I ordered my hirelings to keep this jetty clear. 1, 2, 3. There's one missing. My crate of muskets, it's gone. Thief, stop her, you useless sluggards. What am I paying you for? Nice. That turned Harry, didn't it, Dove? Once he reached the Yellow Jackets, though, the merchant called off his blades. Wise enough to cut his losses, I'll give him that. I say we're all done here. Let's head inside and tell the Bane news. I heard the sounds of fighting coming from outside, and I've whittled the cause of it. I thought we were aiming for subtle on this job. That many squads was there, but you got the Yellow Jackets that they wanted, so all's well that's end well, eh? You're on your way to becoming a first-class rogue, yo. Aye, the job didn't unfold exactly as planned, but do you see the value of keeping out of sight? Skulking might seem slow, but it can save you time and a fair amount of bleeding in the long run. And speaking of unexpected developments, I have a bit of bad news for you, ffxiv. I searched high and low, but it seems some unprincipled cove has yaffled your sandwich. There were naught but crumbs to be found. My sandwich, it was a Bismarck special. Do you know how much I was looking forward to that meal? My belly's about ready to cave in on itself. 'Tis a tragedy of the highest order to love, and you know I can't bear to see me rogues in such distress. So I gave Underfoot a special assignment. He should be back any moment now, with a freshly made Bismarck special finger sandwich. You did that for me? You're not japing with me, are you, Jake? This ain't no japing matter. 'Tis a guild master's responsibility to see that all his coves and morts are at their best for the job. Ah, Jake, there you are. I've got that sandwich you ordered. And didn't the chief give me a waterfall when I said I was in a hurry? Maybe next time you could think twice before you follow rogues. Yaffle a fellow rogues. So, oh, bollocks. Jake, did you say eat my supper? Now, lass, let's not be hasty. There's a fresh new sandwich right here for you. Ye, no harm done, eh? You've cloyed something what belongs to me, Jake, and I can't ignore the code. The code. We mustn't ignore the code. You're having a laugh, aren't you, lass? Lass? Ah. That might be the swiftest string up I've ever seen. A punishment to fit the crime. Take a good long look, yo. The code exists to prevent peace in Limsa, to keep the allies from running red with blood. This leads me home, and I'll draw daggers on any cold fool who enough to threaten that peace. A pointed lesson. Let's head inside, eh? Your sandwiches will get cold. Hey, do you mean to leave me here all night? At least give me a grand view of the harbor. God's pissed, these ropes are tight. And now we find ourselves indebted to the Rogues Guild. The Rogues Guild. The impropriety of it all. Would that I could see them occupying a cell next to those living, thieving pirates. Ow. Them ropes will leave a chaff mark for a bleeding week. I may have wriggled myself free, but that's the last time I let my belly do the thinking. And just think, ffxiv strung me up over an egg sandwich. Those coves, what well and truly stomp on the code, get it far worse. Keep up your training, lass, and you'll soon be handing out rogue justice yourself. Nice. Yeah, I look way better now. Okay. Hunting log. I have a terrible memory. I'm not sure how much you're into hunting videos, but that seems to be what we're doing at the moment. Very level 12 though. I remember unlocking leaves here. This is where I did a leave quest. That was annoying, but anyway. Continuing on. Western Lanoska. As the last hunter's log to go up, it's very much more organized in a coherent way, I will say. There you are, you sneaky little bastard. Ah, old school MMO leveling, I love it. Let's see. see that. Alright. I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.